Yo, what's the business, y'all? It's your local neighborhood Super Rig here with my boy Briss. What's the business, man?
What's good, bro?
Not a damn thing. Welcome to this current culture podcast. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you're new here, and if you're a current member, welcome back. I have on the screen "We Don't Trust You," one of the greatest albums of this year, which I just found out my boy Briss has not listened to. You definitely gotta listen to it. On our community tab, you guys can go check it out. I put a carousel of all of the anti-Drake material that has dropped. The first thing in the carousel is Megan Thee Stallion with Hiss, whose beautiful lines gave an alley-oop to Rick Ross, as she indicated that it was rappers out here with a BBL, which also let us know that Rick Ross caught the ball, ran with it. He created BBL Drizzy out of that. And this was the album that catapulted the initial attack on Drake. "We Don't Trust You" has a song of I think it's Like That with the Kendrick Lamar verse that ignited the war. I would also like to go on ahead and give props to Metro Boomin and Future. They dropped "We Don't Trust You," which is basically an entire Drake diss album. And then the next week drops "We Still Don't Trust You." Once again, another Drake diss, and they really aren't getting the flowers that they deserve. Meg, luckily the women, black women on the internet, Instagram and stuff, Twitter has always been maintaining Meg's part in this beautiful world that we are in right now. But I just want to let Briss know you got to listen to this album. If you enjoyed Drake's music previously, this is like his music, except without him horrifically destroying it. It sounds so great, so authentic, great features. It's a song called "Type Shit" on there with Playboy Cardi and Travis Scott. It is
I think I heard that one. I just haven't listened to the whole thing, like as a aggregate,
bro.
The whole product
is that multiplied by 15. Okay. Once again, Drake free without it being bastardized. Now, I want to start out with this because we're getting prepared for the live stream on Juneteenth of Kendrick's Pop Out concert on Juneteenth, coming up on the 19th, where let's see, the tickets are sold out, but technically they was bought up by scalpers and they reselling them for like $8 bajillion, but that's neither here nor there. They will be live streaming this event on Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime owns Twitch, so they will be live streaming on Twitch and Amazon Prime. I'm pretty sure we will be live streaming it from here, so make sure that y'all lock in, tune in, because we will be here. I believe it'll start at 7 p.m. Central Time, because it's like at whatever 2 hours.
I thought it started at 4 Pacific Time, which is 6 our time, right?
Oh, well, you know more than me. Hold on, let's go here. Well, anyway, we gonna be here live streaming it, so be here for the Pop Out with Ken and friends, June 19th at the Forum. And I'm just hoping that this event is the funeral of Drake. At least that's what I was hoping, until I was on Instagram and I saw a post by an artist that I'm very fond of, from Texas, and it is the Beat King. The Beat King posted this picture of him and Drake, and he got rid of the actual he had a what is it called, description. Oh, it's here. It says just 2 light-skinned Houston niggas. I'm gonna read that again. It says just 2 light-skinned Houston niggas. This is letting me know that Now, Drake had planned this move to Houston 8 months ago. Like, it ain't like he just ran out like people were saying. He had been bought that property, been was selling all his properties for the last 2 years. So him moving to Houston ain't no new stuff. And now we see why. This is his safe haven, okay? Somebody like B King, who is from Houston, is saying that Drake is Houston, basically. Which is 180 degrees away from not like us, and this nigga is a colonizer. Now, if you go through the comments here, you see a plethora of different opinions. 7 minutes ago, Rose Gold Zoe, shout out to you, Texas don't claim no colonizers, which is great. The next person says, at this point, Drake run into the next street episode or seen to be validated that he is a real one. Shake my head. But then we got this Ruby Red Bay, which I can't tell if that's a dude or a stud, with fire emojis for whatever reason. Then this juicy, this person right here, which I'm not going to go into any details, has the GOAT emojis up. Once again, let's look at this image, and we're going to soak that in and let it go. But I can't even judge about images because you're going to see from 0s to 10s and back again. You're going to see some with flame emojis, some saying it's the GOAT, some saying, hey, that nigga called and kicked everybody out the club to save it for himself, which is some Drake shit. He need a friend. Yes, sir. We'll be spending this on Almadea this weekend. I don't know if that's positive or negative. I ain't from Houston. This guy, Club Godzilla B King, cause he need to get the club. Sauce Walka helped him get his lingo up. Ha 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 ha. No cap though. If they cooking, it's gonna be hard as fuck. Is that positive or negative? Cause that first part to me is highly negative. But
it sound like he making a joke to let people know he is aware of the fuckery. But then he going through and say, even though it's gonna be some fuckery, I approve because it's gonna be dope.
And that's the problem. Why are people approving? But let's continue, all right? Since when is Drake a Houston nigga? He said he's everywhere comfortably because everything's kosher. The shade there. Rainbow. I'm not sure what that means, but it don't seem positive to me. The colonizer, please. He's a Canadian. I'm more Houston nigga than him. And this is by this young lady right here. It's crazy. Just, the different back and forth. Houston letting a Vegas head ass boy. When Drake become a Houston nigga. We got a whole bunch of different people with different opinions. These fire emojis is killing me though. Like, who is these people that's saying this is great? Goddamn, B King.
Are they Drake bots?
I don't believe these are Drake bots. Maybe some of the ones that's just all fire, but some of these people is like, blue checked and they happy about it. Like, for real. Like, you go, they got family, kids, they eat ice cream. If they making bots eat ice cream now, then we not even living in reality no more. So this what hurt me the most. Juicy J liked this post.
Dang.
And I'm a lifelong 666 Mafia fan, but this goes back to what I told you that Crunchy Black said. That he done sold his soul to the Illuminati. If not his soul, at least the butthole. Let's go to this new.
How damn tall is B King? Because Drake like 6 feet. B King like he about 6'10". That's a random thing, but that just stuck out.
Somebody brought it up. He's 6'3". He says, I'm glad I'm 6'3". And then it was the angle too. But maybe Drake been lying about being 6 foot. This nigga be lying. This nigga is probably he one of them 5'10" niggas that be lying that they 6 foot. And folks just believe it. So Drake was spotted at a pool party in Houston recently, and Kodak Black was there. Now, according to this video, apparently there was some type of beef going on there. I'm not sure. With
Kodak and Drake?
I don't know. This dude in the video said something about it. Let's see what he has to say.
And despite rumored beef, Kodak Black and Drake are spotted at Camp Houston despite rumored beef.
So apparently it's a rumored beef going on. Shout out to Yak.
Somebody is extremely excited.
No, that's thirst.
Hold on, did Yak have a leather coat on?
It appears that he did.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And you know, it's
You know
well
how damn
known.
hot it is in Houston.
It is well known of Yak's, you know, struggles with certain substances, so that doesn't surprise. All right, let's take a look at this footage, see if it's different. Drake got on a Puerto Rican jersey with little flip braids in his head and Silk the Shocker glasses. Like, this nigga don't know who he want to be. He don't know if he want to represent Fat Joe and J-Lo. Yes, it's no need to have any kind of
jacket on in Houston.
Yes.
In June is wild.
That is. I love Yak, but that's very crackheadish. He keeps it real here. Whether I love you or I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm proud of Drake for not being double cupped up.
Welcome to Coolin' TV. Hey, Drake and Kodak Black, this is a rare sighting, alright? Now, this Sunday, they turned up at a pool party out there in Houston. You know, Drake's spending a lot more time over there in Houston now since he got that new house and everything. But at the party, it seemed cool. You know, a lot of people online were saying, man, nobody wasn't even doing nothing. They were just standing there. It was a lot of people just standing. They were smoking their hookah. But all around, it was good vibes, you know. Kodak was on his end of the party and Drake had his own end of the party. You know, Drake been spending a lot more time over there in Houston. You know, he got his new crib in Houston now, so he been chilling there rather than his Toronto crib. You know, he got that $15 million Texas ranch. Now, they call it the Inn at Dos Brisas or something like that, but it's located in Chapel Hill. Now, his house over there in Canada, we all know his house didn't have no type of driveway or nothing like that, but bro, this house got a crazy driveway, so nobody just gonna be pulling on Drake house while he in Texas, man. All right, this house got a whole damn rodeo stadium inside of it. You know, it got a huge outside Kentucky Derby, you know, horse track type deal. It got a whole tennis court, basketball court. Bro, this house is crazy, all right? He living like Pablo Escobar when he in this crib. He ain't got nothing to worry about. He got like 3 lakes on the property, and one lake is shaped like a heart. Got the whole garden, the outside area, everything. But y'all can see Drake outside. He ain't running from that Kendrick Lamar beef or trying to stay indoors and nothing like that. Drake is out here, and he just chilling, vibing at the party. Him and Kodak Black, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Drake and Kodak linking up.
Number one, they didn't link up, okay? Thank you for the video, but you just said, let me know what I feel about them. They didn't link up. Kodak was on one side in a damn fur coat in the heat, and Drake was on the other side in the Puerto Rican flag.
What you think about the crib? What you think about the crib? I seen you made a facial expression when they showed the lake with the heart. I thought it was the crib was dope. The crib was dope.
I mean, I can't hate on the crib. You know, I like the embassy outside of it being raided for having pedo activities in there and a whole bunch of sex offenders in there. I'm more of a embassy type person. I'm more of a modern, you know, type place, you know what I'm saying? But he could hide children there too, and traffic, you know, do whatever allegedly he may be a part of. He's closer to the border too in Mexico, you know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling, you know. I'm be honest, if Drake gives me the he is tied into some underworld shit, and he's probably like a safe middleman. Drake to me is like a car wash for a drug dealer. This is where you wash your money. That's
a good depiction.
You know what I'm saying? Now, here's Drake and driving on the property, about to pull some very Aubrey shit. Let's listen.
Yeah, we done gone country on y'all boys, man. We said we was gonna do it for a lot of years, and we doing it today. The sale is made.
First of all, relax.
Does this man ever just talk in his regular accent? Why does he always have to mutate to the area that he is in? When he was in Atlanta, he would sound like he was from Atlanta. Now he on the farm, and now I know what everybody gonna be like. Oh, you know, he just having fun with it. This nigga is an actor.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he had an American hat on.
Talk about Maine. That is a Houston thing.
With the flag on it.
Don't come taking the culture, okay?
Bro, did you hear what this woman said? This is FWAA. This is the news, and this was 8 months ago. Listen to what the news anchor said. I'm going to play this again.
I thought that was somebody over voicing it.
Man, we said we was gonna do it for a lot of years, and we doing it today. The sale is made.
First of all, relax. First, I hear her talk about Maine. That is a Houston thing. Drake, don't come taking the culture, okay? Hip Hop DX posted this video X yesterday. They say on X yesterday, I should say. They say it was first posted on Drake's IG account, but has since been taken down. In that video, Drake says he brought the ranch complete with 10 horses. 4 of them were already on the property. Rumors are swirling that the home isn't actually in Houston or even inside city limits. Either way, he's officially a Texan, and if you know anything about Houston, I mean, it's the same thing around these parts. Sometimes to get quite a bit of land, you're going to have to go outside the city limits. It is what it is.
Dang, this was 8 months ago?
Yes, and it was WFAA ABC.
That's the real news, bro.
Even the anchor woman was like, yo, bro, can you stop trying to be a colonizer, man? You don't say Maine. They don't say Maine in Canada. This dude is a fraud. But now he is back in Houston. Now, one of my favorite Drake diss tracks of all time is a song called Whack to Whack. And it is by one of the greatest Houston artists of the last 15 years, known as Sauce Walka. Let's take a tad listen to this.
Drake, you been wanting to be a rapper, but that shit was whack. Dropped some songs that didn't work, so you had to act. Nickelodeon ass nigga, coaching ass nigga, you ain't black, you a fucking Cambodian ass nigga. The grass that got cut and put your life on hold, so you came to H-Town and started riding that pole. Oh, geek ass nigga, like, what is that, sir? All in churches spending your money on these bitches, little perv, and I ain't talking about dances, you was paying.
Called him a perv and said he was fucking with these little bitches. This was 8 years ago. Do you see how the narrative has not changed from anybody that's been dissing him?
Wow.
Yes. Now, the reason that the kind, great sir Sauce Walka dropped this great diss, which shout out to Sauce Walka. He used to run his SoundCloud back then. When he dropped this, I was probably like one of the first 15 people on there, and I gave him some props. He actually responded back and was like, yes, that's some real shit, nigga. Thanks for fucking with my shit. It was a great moment for me. So he had this issue with him because does anyone remember the Where Your Ass Was At video of Drake featuring Future? Are you familiar with that?
So I know the song, but I don't think I ever seen the video.
Let's get into it. Let's see if we can pull it up. Now, in this video, which I'm putting on mute, I'm going to start making some movements and things. As you see here, he's already in fake Drake form. With his gangster movements and stuff. In a second, he's about to start doing some dance moves that he stole from Sauce Walka. When Esco was dancing. Oh, that's Sauce Walka dance right there. All of this shit he doing in this video is Sauce Walka. Sauce Walka speaks about this in this in this Math Hoffa interview.
She's attractive. So I brought a lot of shit to the industry, ways of moving, you know what I'm saying, talking, drip, spill, splash, cadences, beats, rhyming with words, signature handshakes, locking up with your two fingers like this.
It's a high five.
High five. Keychain. I can go on, fair. I can go on and on about the bobos or whatever. The biggest rapper in the world got barrettes in their head. You know what I'm saying? The biggest rappers, there's a lot of people that re-emulate and do things that I brought to this generation, this era. I'm not gonna act like I'm not the same person that's got inspiration and shit like that from other people that did shit too. It's just a problem to me when a person don't want to admit that. I'm not a person that's gonna say Snoop Dogg ain't the first rapper that probably had barrettes in his head of what's my nigga name? Mac 10 Blood from California when they was doing that long hair thing. They probably is the first people that had barrettes in their head that was rapping. And people looked over it because that's California style. But me being from where I'm from, you can't have no barrettes in your head and all that type of shit and be doing that unless you some pimping or some live shit that people from the shit are gonna understand why you doing that. Right. You feel me?
So what he is saying here is he didn't create barrettes in your hair and shit. I know you done seen niggas in St. Louis like that. I grew up with it. But what he is saying is, and he just admitted it, Snoop Dogg and Mac 10 and all them had it in there. But Drake didn't even think about doing all this shit until he started hanging out with Sauce Walka.
That didn't even click that Sauce Walka was doing that, and that's probably where Drake got all that from. Until he just said that. That's why.
That's because Drake is to all you video game people out there, he is Shang Tsung. I'm not sure if you are aware of who Shang Tsung is, but how Shang Tsung operates is, well, he'll whoop your ass and then he'll take your soul. So then he can transform into you, into all your moves. If you've ever made it to him at the end of the first Mortal Kombat, you start fighting him and he just starts changing to all the other players. That's Drake.
Hey, that's a good depiction, bro.
And I'm not the originator of this. People been calling him Shang Tsung Drake. Don't believe me? Well, here we go. Simple Google. Drake name right next to it. Drake is basically Shang Tsung. This has been being said for years. This is not some new shit. Anybody that has had their eyes open to Drake has seen that he is never the same entity. He just goes into a hole, steals a whole bunch of shit, comes back out, and people just accept it for some crazy reason. So now he is going back to Houston to recharge. B King is one of the artists that started from the ground up, works his way. I remember B King from 2007, 6, just dropping singles. He didn't blow up until the pandemic. And when I say blow up, I mean blow up to where he was making a substantial amount of money. Of course, he was known, around the industry and shit. He had a deal. He has a plethora of interviews where he goes very in depth in the music business and how he just figured out the independent game by himself. So he, of course, is going to link up with Drake because it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what stuff Drake has done going back and forth to Houston and shit. And then what really made me sad, even though we just saw that Sauce Walka interview about how Drake was snaking him, well, this occurred about 8 weeks ago, where Drake is him and Sauce have appeared to have made up.
I'm very surprised about this.
But see, I'm not surprised because we got to realize we're dealing with a master manipulator here, my friend. As I stated earlier in the video, Drake had been selling his properties over the last 2-3 years. Everybody was misinformed, talking about, Drake running from Canada, running from America. He was always about to concentrate everything down in Houston. So over the last few years, he has been making amends with anybody he has had a problem with, or just strengthening his other connections. Hence, him being at the Trill Burgers opening 11 months ago.
Yep, I saw that when it first happened.
In there with a DJ Screw shirt on, because this nigga does not have any. When have you ever seen him with a Canadian OG rapper or some person you don't know who the fuck they is representing them from where the fuck he from? Never.
Dang.
Cause this nigga is fucking Shang Tsung. He has no culture. He has no heroes of himself. He came down here and...
Is that Jay Prince?
Yeah, it's definitely Jay Prince. And Jay Prince is never gonna hate Drake, because do you know how much money Jay Prince has made off of Drake?
Jay Prince might swing on you. You see this video, you talking about Drake.
Swing. Jay Prince might put you underground. Cause immediately after the story of Adidon dropped,
yeah, he ended all that.
We didn't see Drake coming out doing no shit. We saw this nigga doing all the interviews. He didn't even let Drake go to the radio to speak for himself.
He didn't. He was like, I'm gonna just keep my cash cowing. And he ain't gonna say, but this shit about to end. He definitely ended it.
We're not gonna roll in the mud with the pigs and the slop.
He did say that, didn't he? Yeah, he did say that.
Let me see if I can find that video where he definitely said.
Because he was on Breakfast Club. He was on Breakfast Club when he said that, I think.
Yes, he said that. Oh my gosh. Jay Prince says Kanye West didn't want what Drake had for him and Pusha. This was 6 years ago. Come on, bruh.
Should know about bring that to fruition. Okay. But my reasons for pulling the plug and having that conversation with him to pull the plug was simply because it crossed the line of music. You know what I mean? And that's a song I'm sure everybody heard it by now. That's disrespecting Drake mama, his daddy, his friend that's sick 40. You know what I mean? And
once again, history repeats itself. Not only did Kendrick just disrespect his mom and his dad and his son and his ghost daughter. He did the same thing Pusha did, but guess who is not under a record deal with Jay Prince anymore?
Yeah, so
he had no reason, and he couldn't have stopped it any fucking way, because Top Dog is plugged in on the West Coast. Top Dog is basically a West Coast version of Jay Prince. It was nothing he could do, and I may be inaccurate on that, but Top Dog is super plugged in where he is from. I don't know if he's Jay Prince level there, but he's definitely what's that dude from Detroit? Trick. He's definitely, if he's not a Jay Prince, he's definitely a Trick of the area. So, but this is more about Jay Prince just not having his hand in Drake's pocket as directly as before, even though I'm sure he still some way is benefiting from Drake. So, with this being said, Brisk, do you see what's happening here?
So when Kendrick Lamar said Drake went to Atlanta to get his bucks and all that, so now Atlanta is dead to him, to Drake. It's like he has overstayed his welcome there, and so now he about to come out and manipulate Houston. That's what it looked like to me.
He running back to Houston, cause wasn't it funny how he started off in Houston, Young Money, and then ran his ass to Atlanta and just began to take resources from there because all the hottest music was coming out of Atlanta. So now what he's going to do, I believe, is we see Beat King, we see Sauce Walka. These are very talented individuals. Well, I'm pretty sure with a Drake stimulus package, he is trying to, I believe this is what Drake is going to do. He is going to try to elevate Houston back up to his 2004 Mike Jones and Chamillionaire and Paul Wall and Slim Thug when they took over the country days, and build a foundation that, unfortunately, if what I'm saying is correct, he'll be able to say that he did. He'll be able to say that he put Houston on. And by the time that everybody kind of realized the colonization that has occurred, it's going to be so much money coming in, they're going to be blinded But I'm pretty sure if anybody got any kind of pride, 5 years from now, let's say B King start being number one or whatever, Drake features, Sauce Walka number one, because Sauce Walka is very, very dope. Like Sauce Walka is like
he cold.
And I'm talking about he can rap like East Coast rippity rap over East Coast grimy beats. He can do the Houston stuff. He can rap over anything. He got the charisma. He got everything. If Sauce Walka blow up,
I can see Sauce Walka blowing up.
I could definitely see it.
With that assist.
But if Sauce Walka is the Sauce Walka I know, in 5 years, 6 years, when Drake starts kind of insinuating that nigga without me you wouldn't be shit, it's all gonna I can see Houston pulling an Atlanta where everybody just like this whole ass nigga. I can't believe we let it happen to us. I hope that they don't let it happen to them, but he got his ass ran out of Atlanta. He's back in Houston, and it's looking like Houston is going to back him. I'm not sure
because before we was talking about who could Drake work with. And Drake and B King can make some fire records.
I'm talking about because I can't deny B King. I can't deny Sauce Walka.
Yeah.
I can only know that Drake is about to ride they wave, just like he rode Migos, just like he rode Futures, just like he rode I Love Mannequins, just like he rode every other motherfucking artist that he's ever done a feature with. Name somebody that Drake put on. Tell me a feature where that person was nothing and he brought them up. And when I say nothing, I mean I could Google it right now. You can name their name. I could Google it, and the whatever single that he was featured on wasn't already popping. Name.
So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna name one person, but I wasn't really paying attention back then. So this person could have been popping. I just didn't know. I never heard of Lil Baby till Yes Indeed.
Let's go to the Googles and let's see.
I can't see the screen.
Oh, I did switch it off. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get you back up. But let's see.
Yeah, so Lil Baby, I had never heard of him until that Yes Indeed record. And then Drake pulled off and came out with a whole different flow style that I had never heard before. And I was like, man, it's pretty dope. And then I think you informed me shortly after that what Drake be doing.
So let's go to the good Wikipedia. His name was Dominique Amari Jones, born in 94. That sounds so weird to be born in 94. I was kicking it pretty hard in 94. I was having fun. Rose to prominence following the release of his 2017 mixtapes Harder Than Hard and Too Hard. Pause. The former of which spawned his first Billboard Hot 100 entry, My Dog. So he already had a Billboard Hot 100 entry with this song, My Dog. Have you heard this song?
Like, that's my dog. Is that one dude be dancing on social media of that song? I do be hearing that one song, My Dog.
I don't know. Let's see.
That's my dog. Because it's like I don't know where that dude from, Palestine or something, but it's this old dude. Like, you would think he wouldn't be dancing like that, but it's a famous.
Oh, when he be like,
dancing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the song.
Let's check it out. Now, this is 6 years ago. Let's do the math on 6 years. That's 2018. When did you hear the Drake song?
It had to be around that time, 2018, 2019.
So let's see. Drake, Lil Baby. What was the name of that song?
Yes, Indeed.
Yes, Indeed. Let's see when it dropped. So they dropped May 12th of 2018. Wait, no. That's just when they picked up. Yes, May 17th of 2018. And here it says that he got his first Billboard Hot 100 in 2017. Because Drake heard it and ran down there to ride the wave. But let's see. Let's see, my dog. But see, this is what's going to happen to these niggas in Atlanta. Because as much as me and you know Sauce Walka, we in Texas. You know how many people don't know who the fuck Sauce Walka is?
Yeah.
And when that Sauce Walka featuring Drake come on, in people's mind, it's going to be Drake featuring Sauce Walka. Same thing with Big King. And voila, happened again. Let's see if this is a song. Wait, hold the fuck on. Is that too short?
That is too short. So he was way up. But he was with QC and them, though.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was already there.
Yeah.
Here he go. Rocket ship. Here go Drake. Jump on the back. BBL Drizzy this way up to the top. Now, people like you, no offense. Oh, I didn't know he was bumping. I didn't hear him say Drake.
And I think that's that song with that meme.
Yep. Let's continue with the history because I'm pretty sure it is. So he already had him a Billboard Hot 100 hit with My Dog. He signed the quality control and imprint of Motown and Capitol Records to release his debut album Harder Than Hard in 2018, which peaked at number 3 on Billboard 200 and was supported by the Billboard Hot 100 single Yes Indeed with Drake. So he had did his thing in 2017 and Drake got to the Migos that fast. Drake got to everybody fast, but it wasn't like, oh, they wasn't doing shit or they wasn't already bubbling or already signed to some people that already had power and shit. This is Drake's fucking MO. Straight out the pages of Jay-Z. Ride the wave up and you will be associated with that person forever. Damn. Now, Versace is attached to fucking Drake. Yep. And I know the Drakeless Versace version. Cause I heard it first.
And that's the first time I heard Migos too. Was on that Versace record. Yep. The first time I ever heard of the Migos was on a Versace record. And when I first heard it, I was like, dang, sick, this is super hard. When I first heard it, I was like, man, this is super hard record. I thought Drake was putting out all these hits.
I'm about to put you on some game about. I'm about to put you on some game that what Drake is doing is not just a Jay-Z thing. Ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties, and big booty bitches. That was a song by a Memphis rapper that was already popping in the city. Tree 6 bought out his publishing and royalties and was like, yo, can we have a song and we'll keep you on the feature on it, but we own everything else and we give you like 20 racks up front? He was like, sure. 666 song.
Yeah.
Master P, Young Bleed, How You Do That There?
Yeah.
How You Do That There was already popping in New Orleans. Master P hit up Young Bleed, was like, hey bro, how about we do a single deal? You won't be a No Limit Soldier or anything, but I give you 10 racks up front and hop on this thing and we'll do that. And that's what happened. And these two examples are just two examples I know of, but it's not the only times this has happened. But I will say this, who took that and ran with it to the max is Drake. And it's sickening. It's sick. I get sick to my stomach when I hear people say comments such as, oh, if Drake hadn't been on there, that song, won't nobody gave a fuck about that song.
Hold on, I got another artist. And I just want to see, and I wouldn't be, I'm definitely not surprised, and I believe that it's going to show that this person was popping before Drake. But I just want to know, Jhené Aiko.
I know you. Do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I'm asking you, do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know she connected in the game.
Do you remember her from B2K?
No. She was in B2K?
Nigga, she had a whole... Let's go. I'll walk you through it. Let's go to Wikipedia. Yeah, oh my gosh, my brisk, bro. You hurt my heart right here with this music.
Hey, bro, I ain't doing no research on no background of these folks.
No, I'm just saying, like, just knowing. Like, I remember her from 2002. Her and her sister. They were signed. They were signed to TUG, which you talking about a freak ass nigga. He's a 6'9" guy. Chris Stokes needs to be under the jail to what he did to Immature and motherfucking B2K and Raz B and Quindon and a whole bunch of other up and coming people. You talking about super perv.
So I don't know. So let me tell you, I know exactly why I don't know none of this. I was in the Air Force, bro. And then I left the Air Force and went to the CIA. And I didn't know none of this stuff. I didn't have time for that to be on the internet playing around. It was
this wasn't even no internet playing around shit. You just went out like when shit you just went outside. All of this shit went. These motherfuckers was on 106 and Park and shit. Now I don't
remember Jhené Aiko.
Jhené, I ain't saying she was like the biggest thing, but she was out there. Jhené Aiko. I can't spell that broad's name. Come on, Google. Here we go.
It's Jhen. Okay.
All right. So let's go into it. R&B singer, rapper from Los Angeles, Aiko embarked on her music career in 2002 as a backing vocalist and a music video performer for B2K. She was signed to their record label, the Ultimate Group, TUG. The same year, she was marketed as the cousin of Lil Fizz to cultivate her own following, although they are not related, because the game is fake as fuck. Her debut album, slated for 2003 through the label with Epic Records, was shelved due to Aiko instead further pursuing her education. In 2011, she made her return to music with the release of her first full-length mixtape, Selling Souls. Selling Souls? Get it?
Wow.
In December of that year, she signed a record contract with producer No ID. Do you know who No ID is?
No ID. No.
No ID, Kanye West, Chicago. No ID.
Okay.
No ID heard Kanye West rapping, was like, yeah, nigga, stick to making beats. That shit is trash. And Chicago, everybody was fucking with him on the beats and was supportive. They got, he in that documentary, the Yeezus documentary, I believe, as well. And his record label, RTM Records, an imprint of Def Jam. Her mainstream breakthrough, however, followed out as she co-performed alongside Lil Wayne on Big Sean's 2000 single, Beware. Then that became her first top 40 single on Billboard Hot 100. Then from Selling Souls to Sell Out, which spawned the singles 3:16 a.m. Bed Piece featuring Childish Gambino and The Worst, and the latter received quintuple platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association. And then she released her debut studio album, Sold Out, in 2014 to critical and commercial success. Her second and third albums, Trip and Chillamambo, were met with continued success. The latter peaked at number 3 on Billboard 200, earned Aiko 3 Grammy Award nominations, including Album of the Year. Let's see if now this is all the stuff I knew just from watching 106 and Park and shit, when she was in the background of all of the B2K videos and shit, because I mean, obviously niggas saw him, was like, who the fuck is that? And they tried to get her and her sister, which I wonder if they go talk about her sister in here. Let me search for sister.
Well, her sister, interesting.
Her sister Maiko also was trying to get into it. Now Maiko, baby daddy is Orion, who is old Marion's brother.
Oh, okay.
So they all. Have you ever heard of a story of the B2K and Ray J sleepover, and Ray J called his mama to take him home? We'll save that for our conspiracy videos.
No, I have not.
Now let me search for Drake in here and see where you heard him. So you heard him. Aiko released her mixtape on 2016-2011, Selling Souls, via her website. All the songs on the mixtape were written by her except for July. The mixtape featured Miguel, Drake, Kanye West, and others. Kanye West, yes, but you associated her with Drake when Kanye West was on that record in 2011. Miguel and Kanye West, but even before then, like I said, even though you didn't know her background and shit, in your mind, Drake is what got her popping.
Yeah.
Her initial mixtape had Kanye West on it.
Yep, I ain't hear that.
She was already popping. Drake is a leech. He does nothing on his own.
Yeah.
He has no talent other than being an actor that acts like he can rap. He reads scripts on freestyles.
Bruh.
This nigga is a fraud through and through and through and through. Even the TV. Do I need to go back to the news reporter?
Man, we said we was gonna do it for a lot of years, and we doing it today. The sale is made.
First of all, relax. First, I hear her talk about Maine. That is a Houston thing, Drake. Don't come taking the culture, okay? Hip hop.
Don't come sucking the culture. He down there sucking it up like the leech that he is.
Bruh. Yeah. Unaware of a lot of this stuff. Every time we get on here and talk about this stuff, I just be learning new stuff.
People don't have the vitriol for Drake for nothing. It ain't like I saw the nigga for the first time. Like when I saw the Degrassi clips, I ain't see the dude and was like, oh, I hate that cat. When I saw the Replacement Girl, I was like, oh, that's trash. That's never gonna blow up down here. But when I saw him start getting looks, I'm like, what did Wayne them see it? What? And then, however he got his foot in the door, he just started stealing shit, acting all different kind of ways. And even in that Replacement Girl video, which I done showed that video on here with him in that.
How did you see that video? Was it on BBC?
I'm an internet nerd. So blogs and shit was posting this shit, and I am chronically on the internet. So I'm talking about the first time I had the internet to myself was in my apartment complex. It was HUD housing, and they got a grant to get a computer lab in our apartments by the grace of the good Lord. So I used to go in there, and we had the internet. This is like 2007. Wu-Tang Forever had came out. You remember when they had them in-hand CDs, and you could put the CD in the thing, and it lets you like do certain shit. Yeah. Well, it lets you go to their website, and back then, website just had pictures. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah. But I was hooked on the internet since then. Have I ever told you the story about the day I got woke?
No.
All right, this is a very short story. The day I got woke, my friend, was the day I found out I was in high school. I was in journalism on the internet, not doing what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. And I found this website about the 80s and 90s toys and shit. And I found an article about He-Man. One day I'm gonna show people pictures of my old me as a baby, but He-Man was my motherfucking shit. My second birthday, my mama got me a He-Man cake. I had the He-Man motherfucking sword. They lit up and shit, by the power of Grayskull, all that shit. I had the He-Mans, I had all the shit. At the age of 18, I'll never forget, I was sitting there reading, bro. I'm reading this article about He-Man. It's like, da-da-da-da. Yeah, He-Man Masters of the Universe was a toy line that was created in 1980, so-and-so. And when the marketing people were like, how can we sell this toy to the kids? So they came up with the commercials. Then that's when I learned about Reagan and the deregulation of the fucking toy industry and the commercial industry in the 80s. So when Reagan came in, so back in the 60s, cereal commercials and shit could say, yeah, this nutritious for your kids, and all of the old cartoons and shit, them commercials for, you know, like Captain Crunchers from the 60s, fucking Cocoa Puffs and shit from the 60s. And back then commercials would be like 30-45 seconds long. And then before the Moms of America came in, they would have the cereal commercial. Then in the cartoon, the characters in the cartoon would be eating the cereal on top of it. So basically it was a 30-minute commercial with commercials in between, just beaming this to their little kids. Back then it was actual housewives, and they noticed, like, when they went to the store, they kids motherfucking, that whole thing about kids acting a fool on the grocery store aisle and shit, it come from kids literally being inundated with ads back then. Tell your mom. This what it was saying in the ads. Tell your mom. Make sure you tell your mom to get these Captain Crunches, and fucking that being a commercial. Then the cartoon they watching. This Captain Crunch is really good. I slapped shit out of my mom for the Captain Crunch. Not that exactly, but so Moms of America noticed that they kids was just watching advertisements all day. They protested. Got the FCC to make regulations that advertisers could not sell products in a television commercial. They could only sell it in the bumper, ads or whatever. That law rolled through the 60s, the 70s when Reagan got fucking nominated, who I must call Trump Senior. All he saw was dollar signs. Them motherfuckers was like, yo, check this out. Here, we give you this much. We go pay for your campaign, whatever the hell you need, but just deregulate this shit so we can start selling the kids again. He-Man was the first cartoon from deregulation, and He-Man was a toy first, and the cartoon was created to be able to sell He-Man. The only thing that they wouldn't let them do initially was have He-Man toy commercials in the commercials of the shit. So, and they let that ride for a minute. I think that's the only thing they couldn't get done. So the He-Man but they got around that too. So they make the He-Man cartoon, right? Well, in a He-Man cartoon, you seeing Transformers and all of these other commercials. Then it was like, fuck that. Well, we still need to sell this motherfucker. So how about we make She-Ra, which was the girl version. And now they can put He-Man commercials in the She-Ra commercial spots and then She-Ra commercials in the He-Man. You see what I'm saying? It was laws to stop that. And when I grew up thinking cartoons was just made for children's enjoyment. I literally got watery-eyed. And it broke everything. Once I found out about all the shit everything that I grew up watching He-Man, Transformers. Transformers is 2 toy lines that this dude bought the rights to that was in Japan, brought them over here, paid Marvel to make the storylines up for him, and they was like, yo, I think we can sell these toys. We gonna need something to sell them. Cartoon.
So how old was you when you found that out?
18.
Dang.
I was sick. I'm talking about sick. And that's why I don't trust shit. Because from that day on, I started researching everything. Everything I thought was, oh yeah, that's just how it go. No. And I already told you, my mama already put me on game about the Bible and shit like that when I was younger. So I was always curious. But I found that shit out on accident. And then I just started researching everything. And come to find out, you can always trace that shit back to laws. Shit from a long time ago. A lot of shit wasn't allowed. Shit would get deregulated, regulated, all sorts of stuff, man. Everything is set up. The most shit I learned really was from marketing books, bro. Advertising and marketing books have case studies of shit back in the day. Like Febreze. Do you know the history of Febreze?
I definitely do that.
Or do you know how Hey Ya became a hit?
No, didn't it fail at first and then they just kept pushing money behind it?
That is the cut and dry version of it, but it get way more it's way more nuanced than that. Of course, they play Hey Ya. People like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Most people. Cause I ain't go front. First time I heard it, Hey Ya wasn't no shit where I heard it repeatedly and was like, oh, I was already an Outkast stan, so I heard that shit. I was like, Andre is unbelievable. This shit is great. But the majority, the first market they tried it in, I believe, was Philadelphia, Baltimore area around there. Them Benny Siegel niggas don't want to hear that shit.
They definitely try to hear that, bro.
So what they did was like, all right, well, we can't get we can't get this market right away, so this is what we gonna do. And this is when they started the technology for SoundHound. Well, that technology originated in the radio industry to be able to count streams, which goes back to, to count plays over the radio, right? Which goes back to, remember when remixes, the beat was different? Like, remember in the 90s and shit, the remix would come out to be a whole new beat, whole new structure. Well, when that music technology, the SoundHound technology was originally created, the record labels found out was, what they realized was, we can get, if we make the remix the same beat and just change the artist, the software picks it up as the original song, so we getting double the money.
Oh.
So that's why all the remixes just started being the same beat with the same artist. Money. But back to the Hey Ya shit. So what they did was they got the schedule. Of course, the money was there. They went to this radio station. It was like, all right. After I forgot what the biggest hits at that time was, but they went to like the mainstream radio station. Whatever the biggest hit came on, Hey Ya come right after that. No matter what it was, 2 times an hour a day. So they would play Backstreet Boys, Hey Ya. NSYNC, Hey Ya. I don't know the artist, I'm just throwing it there. And they just did that repeatedly for a little bit until motherfuckers was humming it in certain areas until it really works. Some markets, they just introduced it and it works. But a lot of markets, it didn't. But that's how they got Hey Ya to where it was at. And like you said, they pushed a bunch of money because they cost a lot of money, but they program, which is why they have program directors at the radio to program motherfuckers to like songs.
That's pretty wild, bro. Like, that's pretty wild. And that was definitely, yeah, that's pretty wild. When the heck did Hey Ya come out?
2001. 2000 was it? 2003. I'm sorry. It was.
That was definitely. So the way I look at my military career, when I was in the military, I was 1,000,000% brainwashed because they brainwash you. When you're in basic training, they brainwash you, and you just believe what you believe. And I just never paid attention to any of that extra stuff. Now I would hear the song, I would hear what was on the radio, accept it, and move on.
Now you know why I'm so cynical all the time, nigga, because it ain't nothing that you hear just on some happenstance. Ain't nobody just really, like I said, I brought up Beat King. Beat King, one of the few people that I watch actually grind up and stuff like that. It's only a handful of people I can say that I know, you know, from what I saw, wasn't on no industry playing shit. But Drake is the largest, most insanely hugest, biggest watermelon of a industry plant I have ever seen in my life, and it was just so obvious out the get-go. But just like Kendrick said in his song, 95 not paying attention, and included in that 95% is the 10% who do know the truth, who push the lies to the other 85%, while us 5% over here sitting here getting ridiculed, called haters. We party poopers. My kids call me party poopers for not liking certain shit. And I'm trying to tell them the truth. They call me a party pooper because I don't celebrate Christmas or birthdays and none of that shit. You're a party pooper, Dad. I was like, do you know the history of Christmas? Do y'all want to hear about little kids, little boys getting molested for the return of Saturn?
Bruh.
This
is why they say ignorance is bliss. My bliss is going away.
This is exactly why they say that. But this got way off of my whole Drake colonizing Houston point that I was really trying to make. But yeah. So it's going to be very interesting how Aubrey moves around. I do foresee a lot of Houston people getting the Draculous stimulus pack, what they call it, the stimulus package from Drake, which at this point in his career, it actually will work that way though. He's still gonna be riding they talent, but it's gonna be attached to the name that's Drake, and he'll probably be able to hide behind them. And it sucks. It sucks.
So it's gonna be a lot of people like me, other places that's gonna be like, man, Drake brought out Sauce Walka.
I ain't go front neither. It's very bittersweet. Cause I want Sauce Walka. I want the world to hear Sauce Walka. I want the world to hear Beat King. Like, I want them people that's down there that's been grinding and super dope to be heard. It's just, it got to be attached to. It's no different than how you would feel sorry for everybody that was attached to Puffy for me.
So here's my question to you, because you said you were looking at Jeezy a little funny the other day because he was hanging around Drake a lot. How do you, with you being a Sauce Walka fan as you are, how are you accepting Sauce Walka teaming up with Drake currently? How is that accepted?
All right, I'm gonna have to say this in some coded language. I'm gonna put it like this: I've letting you know of previous enterprises that I was proprietor of. Sauce Walka took that to a whole nother level. With the advent of certain internet things. At the end of the day, I think the difference between me and Sauce Walka is eventually something inside me is like, I can't, it ain't all about money to me no more. Sauce Walka all about money. So I could see just the money hungriness. And he done rapped about how he got a fucked up relationship with his mom, and how he look at money, women. He know it's fucked up. He know it's completely fucked up. So I can kind of understand as a Sauce Walka fan decision that he would make, because I listen to this nigga's music. His music is actually deep And he actually tells you about himself, unlike some motherfuckers we know. Only deep shit they talk about is they daddy didn't pick him up. And that's either here nor there if he even wrote that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm
got you.
gonna be hurt. Same thing with B King. I understand B King been running out the success for a very long time, the right way. And for them, I know they looking at it just as some music business shit. Me personally, I understand that. So that's what make it bittersweet, because I don't want to see them not make it. It's just that I foresee, you know, after they do make it, or whoever get attached to Drake is gonna pull some Drake shit on them. And it's gonna be because any motherfucker come to tell me, hey man, you heard that new artist Sauce Walka? He got a song with Drake, man. And it's like, man, Drake is always, you know, bringing on new people. I might, if I'm with you, I might have to be held back from choking them, because I'm gonna be like, bro.
Hey, after all these dang old videos, I'm gonna be like you did. Like, hold on, wait, did you know where Sauce Walka started?
Bro, it's very bittersweet, man. But I understand it, and I understand people in Houston that's cool with it. It's just it sucks because Kendrick gave us the game. Like he laid out the blueprint. But when you been grinding and you making $300,000 a year, but outsider can come in and be like, hey, I can turn that 300 into 3 million every 3 months if you let me. And it's how I'm gonna say somebody who followed their dreams, you know what I'm saying? Like how can I really judge them like that? You know what I'm saying? But with Sauce Walka, it's gonna be hard because he know what he dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If he go that way, I'm not, and I should have prefaced it. That's if, just because we seen them making up, don't mean Sauce Walka might not have no Kendrick shit, you know, lined up. You know what I'm saying on this dude. But he said all the same shit Kendrick said in Whack to Whack.
He definitely did.
That Pusha T said. That Meg Thee Stallion said. Well, she only talked about the BBL and being a bitch ass nigga. But so I don't know, man. But I hope that well, I'm glad that you feel like you pulled something away from this conversation. And stuff. And I hope,
like I said, bro, like every time I talk to you about all this stuff, that what they say, ignorance is bliss. The bliss fades away every single time. I'm just like, bruh. Like now, so now whenever I hear his song, I always think about it now. Before, I was just rocking.
You know, it's all gravy, man. It's just, at the end of the day, it's pictures like this that I need people to remember. And a lot of people will always come and say some shit like, well, you know, people can evolve and change. But at the end of the day, this was the fuck I saw first. And then it turned into this. And people just completely forgot this existed. Fuck no, man. Fuck no. With that being said, though, and I have to bring this up because somebody, it's no different than this, but I'm gonna tell you the difference, and then we'll get off the chat. But tell me, do you feel like it's a difference between this and what they are right now?
Well, the reason, so Drake actually got plastic surgery, right?
Yep.
So that's the only difference, I think. I don't think Ross got that. He just grew a beard out. Now
this kind of more than just the beard. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been going in on you know, Drake smiling and being happy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which like I said, I'm equal opportunity clowner over here, even whether it's myself or anybody else. But we just have to be honest with this. Let's look at this face of Rick Ross right here. Let's look at that innocent.
Yeah, that was before Diddy hit
it. Was that you that sent me that video about the dude talking about the buttermilk biscuits?
I don't think so.
Somebody sent me something about this dude from My 600 Pound Life, and we're gonna end it out on this. We're gonna end it out on this note, okay? But this is who Rick Ross
On a good day, I think
looks
I
like
eat
in
about
this.
3,000 calories. Thank you. When I eat, it's
Bruh,
hard
he do
for
look
me
like
to
that
stop.
dude.
Even when I'm full,
Man, that looks sad
I
too,
always
bruh.
have more. Every single bite to the last of it. Buttermilk biscuits.
Is that a Popeyes biscuit?
I'm trapped in this body.
Yes. And rest in peace to this guy. He actually lost the fucking weight and fell into depression, kind of gained it back and passed away, man. So shout out to this dude. He actually lost the fucking weight regularly, exercising, everything. Sad. His story is actually really sad. But with that being said, even though that he didn't make it out, he didn't do it, Ross did.
Dang.
Good job, Ross. I fuck with you, Ross, but Noriega didn't owe this nigga over here any kind of fucking favors. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe if you made it to the end. And we will see you on the next one. Make sure I'm gonna be posting it. Make sure you tune in with us for the Juneteenth, hopefully, funeral of Drake. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.